Stop. Before you skip this video thinking mental health requires therapy and medication, answer this. Why are more men on antidepressants than ever, but mental health is worse than ever? In next minutes, I'm giving you 8 samurai habits that fix anxiety, depression, and mental weakness without single therapy session. But only if you watch full video where I reveal 90-second diagnostic test showing exactly which habit you're missing, causing your specific mental health struggle. Most men will click away in next 30 seconds, staying mentally weak forever. You staying proves you're ready for real solution, not comfortable lies. Here's exactly what's destroying your mental health and the 8 samurai habits fixing it permanently without pills or therapy, making you dependent on systems, profiting from your continued weakness. Why modern mental health advice keeps you weak. But here's what mental health industry will never tell you, because it destroys their business model, completely making you independent, not dependent forever. Modern mental health advice keeps you weak because it's designed to create dependency, not independence, making you permanent consumer of services and medications, generating ongoing revenue for industry. Therapy teaches you to endlessly analyze feelings without demanding action, changing circumstances that create bad feelings in first place, making you professional victim, paying for endless sessions. You spend years talking about childhood trauma, relationship problems, career dissatisfaction, learning sophisticated language describing your suffering without actually fixing anything that makes you suffer daily, creating expensive narration of ongoing weakness. Medication suppresses symptoms without addressing causes. Anxious because your life has no purpose and you're physically weak. Here's pill, making you not feel anxiety while purpose and weakness remain unchanged underneath chemical suppression, requiring continued pharmaceutical consumption. Additionally, modern approach pathologizes normal responses to abnormal circumstances, calling natural reactions to sick society mental illness, requiring professional treatment, when problem is society, not you. You're anxious because you spend 12 hours daily in artificial environments, staring at screens, eating processed food with zero physical challenge or natural stimulation, creating unhealthy lifestyle. You're depressed because your life serves no purpose beyond personal comfort and entertainment, creating spiritual emptiness your soul accurately recognizes as meaningless existence. You're mentally chaotic because you never experience silence, being bombarded by information and stimulation. 16 hours daily, overwhelming nervous system never designed for this intensity of constant input. Modern mental health industry takes these healthy responses to sick lifestyles and treats them as diseases requiring medication and therapy, when real treatment is lifestyle correction through specific behavioral changes, addressing actual causes, not suppressing natural warning signals your body sends. Now here's what Samurai did instead that actually worked permanently, fixing problems, not managing symptoms indefinitely for profit margins. Samurai approach was radically different. Identify root cause of mental suffering through honest self-assessment. Implement specific practice addressing that root cause directly through behavioral change. Maintain practice until problem disappears permanently, creating lasting transformation. Then continue practice preventing recurrence, keeping mental health optimized through consistent discipline, requiring no professional intervention. Anxious from physical weakness, practice daily physical hardship until strong and resilient, eliminating anxiety at source. Depressed from purposelessness, identify and serve clear mission, daily creating meaning therapy sessions. Discussing feelings can never provide through action. Mentally chaotic from overstimulation, practice daily silence, creating regular recovery periods for nervous system restoring clarity. No medication achieves without side effects or dependency. Habit 1, physical hardship daily. And the first habit that eliminates anxiety completely. Most men avoid it because it's uncomfortable, which is exactly why it works so effectively. First samurai habit is daily physical hardship through intense training, pushing body beyond comfort, creating physiological cascade that fixes anxiety at neurological level, not just psychological level through talk therapy that never addresses nervous system dysfunction. This isn't gentle exercise for fitness. This is deliberate hardship training, cold exposure, shocking system, high-intensity strength training to failure, extended fasting creating metabolic stress, any physical challenge creating significant stress your body must adapt to through strengthening response-building resilience. When you subject body to physical hardship daily, nervous system learns stress is temporary and survivable, not permanent threat, requiring constant vigilance and anxiety responses. Anxiety is fundamentally misregulated threat response, where nervous system treats non-threats as emergencies, creating constant low-level panic about situations that aren't actually dangerous to survival. Now here's why this works when therapy doesn't actually fix the nervous system dysfunction underlying anxiety disorders plaguing modern men. Why physical hardship fixes anxiety when talking about anxiety doesn't is because anxiety is body problem, not just mind problem requiring body solution, not psychological intervention alone. Your nervous system developed in an environment where physical threats were real and constant. Predators, starvation, environmental danger requiring immediate physical response for survival through fight or flight. Anxiety response evolved to mobilize body for physical action, fighting or fleeing those threats through hormonal and neurological activation, preparing muscles for action. Modern world has zero physical threats, but endless psychological threats. Social judgment, financial pressure, information overload, existential uncertainty, creating constant activation without physical outlet for arousal. Here's exactly how to install this habit starting tomorrow morning without failing by day 3 like most people attempting change. Implementation is choosing one form of physical hardship and executing it every morning before 7 a.m. without exception for 90 consecutive days, minimum creating habit that becomes automatic requiring no willpower or motivation. Best options: 5-minute ice bath or completely cold shower immediately upon waking, shocking system awake, and training stress tolerance through controlled exposure to manageable threat. High-intensity strength training 45 to 60 minutes, compound movements to failure training body to push through discomfort signals and override quitting impulses, building physical and psychological resilience simultaneously. 16 to 24-hour fasting weekly training, hunger override, and metabolic flexibility, proving you can function without constant comfort and consumption, breaking dependency on constant eating. Execute immediately upon waking before mind generates excuses. Track daily on visible calendar marking each completion. Any missed day restarts 90-day count from day 1, creating real accountability. Habit 2, sunrise ritual. But physical hardship alone isn't enough if your circadian rhythm is destroyed, creating depression biochemically through hormonal chaos affecting mood regulation systems. Second samurai habit is sunrise ritual within 30 minutes of waking, involving bright natural light exposure and purposeful morning sequence resetting circadian rhythm that controls mood, energy and mental clarity throughout entire day through hormonal optimization. Depression is partly circadian dysfunction, where disrupted sleep-wake cycles create hormonal chaos. Cortisol elevated at night preventing sleep, suppressed in morning preventing wakefulness, melatonin mistimed, serotonin production irregular creating biochemical foundation for depressive symptoms. This biochemical disorder creates depressive symptoms regardless of psychological factors or life circumstances, making mood improvement impossible until circadian rhythm is corrected through environmental intervention, not pharmaceutical suppression. Modern lifestyle destroys circadian rhythm through late-night artificial light exposure, irregular sleep schedules, and minimal morning sunlight, creating epidemic of circadian-based depression, misdiagnosed as purely psychological, requiring therapy. Now here's the neuroscience of why this eliminates depression better than antidepressants without side effects or dependency on pharmaceutical intervention forever. Sunrise exposure triggers circadian reset through light receptors in eyes, sending signal to suprachiasmatic nucleus in brain, which controls entire circadian system, regulating hormones throughout day and night cycles. Bright morning light within 30 minutes of waking tells your body day has started triggering cortisol spike for wakefulness and alertness, beginning 12 to 14-hour countdown to melatonin production for sleep, synchronizing entire hormonal system to natural day-night cycle, optimizing all dependent systems. This synchronization optimizes serotonin production during daytime, creating stable mood and energy, optimizes melatonin production at night, creating deep restorative sleep, and creates predictable pattern your body can rely on, eliminating hormonal chaos underlying many depressive symptoms requiring no medication. Studies show 30 minutes bright morning light exposure is as effective as antidepressant medication for mild to moderate depression without side effects or pharmaceutical dependency requiring ongoing consumption. Here's exact protocol installing this habit, permanently fixing circadian dysfunction, causing your depression symptoms naturally through environmental intervention, not chemical. Implementation is setting non-negotiable wake time between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. and executing sunrise ritual sequence every single morning, including weekends without exception, for minimum 60 consecutive days, creating consistent pattern your body adapts to automatically. Sequence, alarm sounds, stand immediately without snooze, go directly outside or to window, getting minimum 10 minutes bright natural light exposure facing general direction of sunrise, even if cloudy, because sufficient light penetrates clouds for circadian effect. Execute physical training during this period, combining habit 1 and habit 2, simultaneously maximizing efficiency, getting both hardship and light exposure together in single morning practice. This natural light exposure must happen within 30 minutes of waking for maximum circadian effect. Later exposure has reduced benefit because timing matters critically for circadian entrainment. Maintain same wake time daily, including weekends, creating consistent pattern. Your body will adapt within 3 weeks, automatically waking near alarm time without grogginess because circadian rhythm is synchronized properly. Habit 3, voluntary discomfort. But even with physical strength and circadian rhythm optimized, you're still vulnerable without this third habit, creating psychological resilience against life's inevitable hardships. Third samurai habit is daily voluntary discomfort beyond physical training, specifically targeting psychological resilience through exposure to social, emotional, and situational challenges you'd normally avoid, building mental armor against pressure. This isn't physical discomfort from training. This is psychological discomfort from doing socially difficult, emotionally challenging, or fear-inducing things that require courage and self-control, despite strong avoidance impulses programmed into us. Having difficult conversation you've delayed, doing public action risking judgment, practicing rejection by requesting something expecting no, maintaining commitment despite strong temptation to quit. Any action that triggers psychological resistance which you override through deliberate choice, building capacity. Samurai specifically sought challenges beyond physical training, engaging political situations, creating social risk, volunteering for dangerous assignments, maintaining principles despite social pressure, all deliberately chosen discomforts, strengthening psychological resilience, making them psychologically unbreakable under extreme pressure. Now here's why avoiding discomfort creates fragility that destroys mental health. When real challenges appear, requiring strength you never developed through practice. Why voluntary discomfort builds resilience is because psychological strength, like physical strength, only develops through progressive challenge and adaptation training, requiring systematic exposure to increasing difficulty over time. If you avoid all discomfort, choosing comfort whenever possible, you never develop capacity to handle inevitable discomfort life presents, eventually, regardless of avoidance strategies employed. First, minor challenge creates disproportionate distress because you have no reference frame, proving discomfort is survivable and temporary, not catastrophic and permanent threat to well-being. This fragility creates anxiety about future discomfort, depression when comfort can't be maintained, and mental breakdown when significant, unavoidable hardship appears suddenly without preparation. Voluntary discomfort reverses this. You deliberately choose challenges you could avoid, experience discomfort, discover you survive and even grow. Build evidence that discomfort is temporary and manageable, not catastrophic and unbearable, creating resilient mindset. Here's how to practice this systematically without destroying yourself through excessive challenge before resilience is developed through progressive exposure to difficulty. Implementation is identifying 3 categories of voluntary discomfort and practicing one from each category weekly, creating systematic psychological strengthening across multiple dimensions of challenge. Category 1, social discomfort. Have difficult, honest conversation you've avoided. Express unpopular opinion publicly. Do action-risking social judgment like approaching stranger or giving presentation to group. Category 2, emotional discomfort. Sit with uncomfortable emotion for 10 minutes without distraction. Watch emotional movie, allowing yourself to feel fully. Write brutally honest assessment of your failures without excuse or rationalization, protecting ego. Category 3, commitment discomfort. Maintain difficult commitment despite strong temptation to quit. Practice extreme version of normal discipline like 48-hour fast when you're used to 16 hours. Refuse exception to personal rule when exception would be easy and justifiable to others. Execute one from each category. Weekly means 3 voluntary discomfort practices per week, 12 per month, 144 per year, building massive psychological armor systematically through controlled exposure to challenge. Habit 4, service to others. And here's the habit that fixes depression's root cause faster than any therapy ever could, by completely shifting focus outward away from self-obsession. Fourth, samurai habit is regular service to others, using your capabilities helping people who lack them. Shifting focus from internal self-obsession that creates depression to external contribution that creates meaning and purpose, eliminating depressive rumination. Depression fundamentally is self-focused suffering, constant rumination about your problems, your failures, your inadequacies, your pain, your fears, trapped in mental prison of endless self-analysis, going nowhere productive, just circling endlessly. Modern therapy often makes this worse, encouraging even more self-focus through examining your feelings, processing your trauma, understanding your psychology, creating narcissistic loop where you become increasingly absorbed in yourself while simultaneously feeling increasingly worthless, creating paradoxical suffering. Samurai understood opposite approach. Depression is self-obsession disease cured through service, forcing attention outward toward others' needs, instead of inward toward your perceived suffering, creating escape from mental prison. Now here's the psychological mechanism of why service eliminates depression better than years of therapy focused inward on processing feelings endlessly. Why service fixes depression is because it provides 3 elements depression destroys: purpose through meaningful contribution beyond yourself, connection through helping others, creating genuine human bonds, and evidence of your value through tangible impact you create observable in real world. Depression tells you life is meaningless, you're worthless, nothing matters. Hopelessness is rational response to reality of existence creating despair. Service directly contradicts these lies through lived experience. You help elderly neighbor with physical task they couldn't do alone, observe their genuine gratitude, realize you just created meaningful impact, proving your life has value, and meaning contradicting depression's narrative completely. This isn't intellectual understanding from therapy, it's visceral proof through action that depression's narrative is false and contradicted by reality of your positive impact on others' lives. Do this weekly, and depression can't maintain its grip because constant stream of contradictory evidence proves you're not worthless. Life isn't meaningless. Your capabilities matter to others, creating undeniable proof. Here's exact implementation, creating consistent service practice that eliminates self-obsession through regular outward focus on contribution to others needing help. Implementation is identifying your specific capabilities in 4 categories and creating weekly service practice using them. Physical capability, like strength or health, used helping those who are weak, elderly, or disabled with tasks they can't do alone, requiring physical capacity you possess. Financial capability, like disposable income, used helping specific person or family in genuine need. Not donations to abstract charities, but direct help where you see impact personally and immediately. Mental capability, like wisdom or experience, used. Mentoring someone struggling with challenges you've overcome, helping them navigate problems you've already solved through your experience and knowledge. Skill capability, like professional expertise, used. Teaching someone learning that skill or solving problem they can't solve alone. Benefiting from your knowledge and abilities developed over years. Commit minimum 2 to 4 hours weekly, serving others with your capabilities. Create regular schedule, making it consistent practice, not occasional gesture when convenient or motivated by mood. Serve without expectation of return or recognition, making it genuine contribution, not networking or favor banking that undermines psychological benefits of genuine service focused on others. Habit 5. Silence practice. But even with all previous habits, your mind stays chaotic without this 5th practice. Most men never do, staying mentally scattered permanently throughout life. 5th samurai habit is daily silence practice, minimum 10 to 20 minutes, with 0 external stimulation, training your mind to be still instead of constantly scattered across 1,000 thoughts, worries, and distractions, creating mental chaos, underlying anxiety, and poor concentration, affecting all performance. Modern men never experience actual silence. Wake to alarm, immediately check phone, consume content while eating, listen to podcasts during commute, music during work, TV during evening, scroll before sleep. 16 hours daily of constant information and stimulation bombardment without single moment of mental quiet, allowing nervous system recovery from constant activation. This creates permanent state of mental overstimulation where you can't focus deeply, can't think clearly, can't experience peace because mental chaos has become default state, requiring no external input to maintain itself perpetually. Your consciousness is like room, where radio, TV, and dozens of people are all talking simultaneously, creating cacophony, preventing coherent thought or genuine rest, allowing prefrontal cortex to recover from constant activation. Now here's why mental chaos destroys your psychological health, systematically making everything harder and more stressful than necessary, reducing all performance. Why mental chaos destroys health is because your prefrontal cortex, which controls executive function, emotional regulation, and rational thinking, requires periods of rest to function optimally, but never gets rest when constantly overstimulated by modern environment. Without regular silence, prefrontal cortex becomes depleted, leaving you controlled by amygdala, which generates anxiety, fear, and reactive emotional responses instead of rational considered responses controlled by higher brain functions. This is why you make poor decisions when overwhelmed, react emotionally instead of responding rationally, can't concentrate despite effort, feel constantly anxious without obvious cause that you can identify clearly. Your brain is running crisis mode all day because overstimulation mimics actual emergency, creating chronic stress response, damaging health systematically over time through elevated cortisol and constant sympathetic activation. Silence practice reverses this by giving prefrontal cortex recovery period, restoring executive function, allowing you to regulate emotions, make clear decisions, maintain focus, and experience baseline calm instead of constant internal emergency state. Here's exact silence protocol, eliminating mental chaos systematically through daily practice, building attention control capacity over weeks and months of consistent training. Implementation is creating non-negotiable daily silence window, minimum 10 minutes, extending to 20 or 30 minutes, as capacity develops where you sit completely still with zero external stimulation, practicing attention control through systematic redirection of wandering attention back to chosen focal point. Find completely quiet space, sit comfortably with straight posture, set timer for chosen duration, close eyes, focus attention on natural breath, counting each exhale 1 through 10, then repeating cycle continuously. When mind wanders to thoughts, worries, or distractions, which it will constantly initially proving why practice is needed desperately, notice the wandering without judgment and redirect attention back to breath counting, starting cycle again from 1. This redirect is not failure. It's the practice building attention control, like bicep curl builds strength through repetition, not holding weight motionlessly without movement or effort. Start with 10 minutes if 20 feels impossible. Every successful session counts regardless of duration, building capacity progressively over time through consistent practice, creating cumulative adaptation. Best timing is immediately after morning physical training when body is tired, making stillness easier, or evening before sleep, creating transition to rest and improving sleep quality through nervous system down-regulation. Habit 6. Clear purpose. And here's what most men are completely missing: creating depression no amount of therapy can fix, because therapy doesn't create purpose. It only analyzes absence. 6th samurai habit is identifying and serving clear purpose beyond personal comfort and survival, eliminating existential anxiety that creates deep depression and meaninglessness. No psychological intervention can address through talking about feelings endlessly. Most men have no purpose beyond consuming entertainment, pursuing comfort, and maintaining lifestyle, creating empty existence that soul accurately recognizes as meaningless, triggering depression as rational response to purposeless life. You work job paying bills, not serving mission. Spend free time on entertainment, not meaningful creation. Live for weekend, then waste weekend on nothing significant. Repeat 50 years. Wonder why you feel empty despite material comfort and relative safety compared to human history. This isn't chemical imbalance. This is accurate recognition that your life serves no purpose beyond your own temporary pleasure, creating despair. Modern therapy can't fix because problem isn't psychological, it's existential, requiring purpose identification and pursuit, not endless analysis. Now here's why purpose eliminates anxiety and depression simultaneously better than any pharmaceutical intervention ever could, through creating meaning framework for suffering. Why purpose fixes mental health is because it provides framework, making all suffering meaningful instead of pointless torture, requiring purpose large enough that your personal discomfort becomes irrelevant in service of greater mission beyond yourself. Without purpose, any suffering feels unbearable because it serves nothing beyond itself, creating "why am I enduring this despair" that therapy can't answer, because there is no answer when life serves no purpose beyond personal pleasure. With clear purpose, same suffering becomes bearable, even necessary, because it serves mission larger than yourself. Physical training is hard, but serves mission of building strength for contribution. Financial discipline is uncomfortable, but serves mission of building resources to help others. Social difficulty is challenging, but serves mission of spreading valuable ideas, improving lives. Purpose doesn't eliminate suffering. It makes suffering meaningful, transforming unbearable, pointless pain into manageable, purposeful challenge, creating completely different psychological experience of identical physical circumstances and hardships. This shift from suffering for nothing to suffering for purpose is difference between depression and resilience, meaninglessness and direction, despair and hope underlying everything about mental state. Here's how to identify your specific purpose and structure life around it, creating meaning that eliminates existential anxiety permanently through systematic process. Implementation is a four-step process, identifying purpose, then restructuring life to serve it daily, creating meaning that eliminates existential despair through tangible contribution, observable in real world. Step 1. Identify capabilities. What are you unusually good at that provides value? Others lack physical strength, intellectual capability, specific skills, earned wisdom, accumulated resources, listing everything honestly without false humility. Step 2. Identify who needs help. What specific group of people desperately needs the capability you have, who is suffering from lack of exactly what you can provide, whether locally or globally in your reach. Step 3. Define purpose statement. I use my capability to help specific people achieve specific outcome, serving mission larger than my comfort or survival, creating clear direction for daily decisions and long-term planning. Step 4. Restructure life around purpose. Dedicate minimum 10 hours weekly directly serving this purpose through teaching, building, helping, creating. Whatever specific action advances mission, making it priority, not hobby pursued when convenient or motivated by mood. Write purpose statement visibly, review daily, especially during difficulty, reminding yourself why hardship is meaningful, transforming suffering from unbearable random pain to tolerable purposeful challenge, serving something greater than temporary personal comfort. Habit 7. Brotherhood. But even with clear purpose, you'll fail without this seventh element. Most modern men completely lack creating isolation that destroys mental health despite optimization. Seventh samurai habit is building mission-based brotherhood with other men pursuing similar purposes, creating accountability, support, and genuine connection, eliminating isolation that destroys mental health, even when other factors are optimized perfectly. Modern men are catastrophically isolated, having acquaintances but no real friends, co-workers but no brothers, social media contacts but no genuine human connection, creating loneliness epidemic, driving mental health crisis affecting millions. You can have hundreds of online friends, but zero people you'd call at 2 a.m. during crisis. Zero people who know your actual struggles, not just social media presentation. Zero people holding you accountable to standards you claim publicly, but violate privately without consequence. This isolation makes maintaining discipline nearly impossible because humans are social creatures, requiring tribe for motivation and accountability, makes suffering unbearable because endured alone instead of with brothers sharing burden, makes purpose feel less meaningful because pursued in isolation instead of with community united by shared mission, creating collective impact. Now here's why isolation creates mental health destruction. Even optimal individuals can't overcome alone without support from others sharing similar struggles and goals. Why isolation destroys mental health despite individual optimization is because humans evolved in tribes where belonging and social bonds were survival necessities, creating psychological architecture requiring connection for proper functioning throughout life. When isolated, Several mental health destroying mechanisms activate simultaneously. Lack of accountability allows standards to slip without social pressure maintaining them. Lack of support makes challenges feel overwhelming without help sharing burden. Lack of belonging creates existential loneliness, recognizing you're fundamentally alone in universe. Lack of competition prevents growth because no peers pushing you toward higher performance through healthy rivalry. These combined create perfect conditions for depression, anxiety, and purposelessness that even strong individual with good habits struggles overcoming alone without external support system. Brotherhood fixes this by providing accountability through men who won't accept your excuses, support through shared suffering and mutual aid, belonging through tribe united by mission, and competition through peers achieving at levels inspiring your improvement through observation and friendly rivalry. Here's exact process building real brotherhood, not fake friendship based on shared mission, creating genuine support network of men holding each other to standards. Implementation is identifying 3 to 5 men pursuing similar missions and creating structured accountability group meeting weekly, with specific format, maintaining standards and genuine connection through consistent interaction. Find candidates through training gym, where serious men train, through service organizations, where men are actively helping others, through entrepreneurial communities, where men are building meaningful projects. Anywhere mission-focused, men gather regularly, not social clubs or casual friend groups pursuing entertainment together. Approach directly explaining you're building accountability brotherhood for men pursuing mission type and inviting them to join if interested in systematic mutual support and standard maintenance through weekly meetings and ongoing communication. Create structure, weekly meeting in person, never virtual, because genuine connection requires physical presence. Each man reports progress on commitments made previous week, creating accountability loop. Group calls out excuses and weaknesses directly without tolerance of bullshit or comfortable validation. Each man commits to specific actions next week, creating accountability. Group celebrates genuine achievements and assists with genuine struggles, providing real support, not fake encouragement. Make membership requirements clear. Must pursue meaningful purpose, not just consume entertainment. Must maintain basic discipline standards regarding health and integrity. Must provide honest feedback to others, not comfortable validation, destroying standards through false kindness. Habit 8, nature immersion. And the final habit that makes everything else work, by eliminating hidden poison, destroying your mind daily through constant artificial environment exposure. 8th samurai habit is regular extended nature immersion, minimum weekly, completely disconnected from all digital technology, allowing nervous system to reset from constant overstimulation that undermines all other mental health practices through environmental toxicity. Modern men spend 90% of waking hours indoors, staring at screens in artificial environments, with artificial light, eating processed foods, never experiencing natural world. Humans evolved to live in creating fundamental physiological stress your body wasn't designed to handle continuously for decades without consequence. Screens constantly triggering dopamine through infinite novelty. Artificial light disrupting circadian rhythm even with morning sun exposure. Indoor air lacking negative ions that balance mood. Absence of natural sounds and sights, creating subtle, constant stress, because environment signals danger at unconscious level, processed by amygdala, creating background anxiety. This chronic, low-level environmental stress accumulates, undermining your mental health, despite good habits in other areas, creating baseline anxiety, poor sleep quality, and mental fog that seems mysterious, but is simply environmental mismatch between modern lifestyle and evolutionary design, requiring natural environment exposure. Now here's the neuroscience of why nature immersion fixes what indoor living destroys, systematically undermining health through constant artificial environment exposure. Why nature immersion is necessary, not optional, is because natural environments trigger parasympathetic nervous system activation, creating actual physiological relaxation impossible to achieve in artificial environments regardless of psychological techniques or meditation practices. Studies measuring stress hormones, heart rate variability, and brainwave patterns show just 20 minutes in nature creates measurable decrease in cortisol, increase in parasympathetic activity, and shift toward alpha brainwaves associated with relaxed alertness impossible to replicate artificially. These physiological changes aren't psychological placebo, they're automatic nervous system responses to environmental cues signaling safety, natural fractals in tree patterns, natural sounds like water or wind, natural scents from plants and earth, all trigger ancient safety mechanisms, telling nervous system no immediate threats exist, allowing genuine rest and recovery. Additionally, natural light exposure in outdoor settings optimizes circadian rhythm better than morning sun through window, because full spectrum includes wavelengths, glass filters out, fresh air provides negative ions that balance neurotransmitters, improving mood naturally. And natural movement through varied terrain provides vestibular stimulation, regulating nervous system through physical engagement with environment. Here's implementation, creating consistent nature practice, fixing environmental poison, undermining mental health invisibly through constant artificial environment exposure, damaging nervous system. Implementation is scheduling minimum 2-hour nature immersion every week in natural environment with zero digital technology, creating complete disconnect from artificial overstimulation, allowing full nervous system reset. Find location within 1-hour travel, forest, beach, mountain trail, desert, rural area, anywhere dominated by nature, not human infrastructure with minimal artificial noise or visible development surrounding you. Bring only water, maybe food. Leave phone either at home or in car, turned completely off, not just silenced, eliminating temptation to check it during practice. Spend 2 hours walking trails, observing environment, sitting quietly listening to natural sounds, practicing silence from habit 5 in outdoor setting, enhancing both practices simultaneously. Doing bodyweight training in natural environment, combining multiple habits. Whatever genuinely engages with nature, not escapes from it through digital entertainment or podcasts. Make this weekly, non-negotiable appointment scheduled as seriously as important meeting, because it is important meeting with environment your nervous system requires for optimal functioning throughout week. Best practice is combining with brotherhood from habit 7, doing group nature training or hiking, creating both nature exposure and social connection, simultaneously maximizing benefits through combining multiple habit practices.